Hello, everyone. Today we will be playing Have a Nice Death, a side-scroller from Gearbox Studios. Now, I have played this in the early access, but I can't remember if it came out on full release because I haven't checked in on the progress, but people have told me to check it out again. So, here we are. Actually, wait a minute, now that I think about it, yeah, this is the full release, so you'll be able to see this full thing on all the appropriate consoles, such as Switch, and other things. Let's get into it. But yeah, this was produced by Gearbox Studios, and you know them as the company that produced Borderlands and other things like Borderlands. Alright, let's get started. We're going in completely fresh on this. So, let's see what awaits us. A floating book and stacks of paperwork. Pretty standard. Dude, isn't your arm gonna get tired? His scythe is blunted, and that poor book looks like it's about to. Oh no. Okay, looks like business has been booming. Oh no, fresh labor of another sort. Looks like the beings he created are starting to cause more problems than they're solving. Oh dear. He's full on nervous break. Yep. Looks like Boss Man has hit her limit. His limit. Ugh. Can't talk today. Pumpkinhead's going full fanboy. Alright. Time to cut through some red tape. Literally. For a long time, Death worked alone, with no place to call home. Back then, he didn't even keep a log to track his victims. It was a time of adventure when the line between passion and professionalism were quite thinly drawn. All this changed when Death met Jacob and they realized they needed somewhere to house his colossal forge. Then they had to delegate to a handful of spectral staff using Cloak's power. The company first began to take shape in the crypt of an abandoned cathedral somewhere in Europe. One of 3. Take all of Patrick's guided torso to learn about how souls are entered at Death Inc. I think not. The Scythe. Anywhere death goes, the scythe follows. Legend has it this scythe gives off some enlightening and even make a nice cup of black coffee from Kopi Luck beans, all at a snap of skeletal fingers. Aww. Since the beginning, and some timelines the end, Death has worn a black hooded robe, known as the mantle in some parts of the world. Clothes do not maketh the round, but since most men don't go around with scythes harvesting other souls. Capable of turning into just about anything, but it has a preference for destructive weapons and turning invisible. The Pit Book. Alright, Book of Doors, Book of the Void, The Final Passage. You know, I think I actually read some of these a lot. Read some of these back when I was in college, part of my internship. Not a particularly serious book, which is why it's not surprised to see the following on the inside cover. The top 100 stupidest deaths, or anyone who reads this will die soon. No, seriously. Alright. What you have to do... Patrick has a knife in his head. Excellent timing, sir. Brad? Well, then I suppose we'll need to have a chat with Brad. Alright, time for a meeting with our associates. Who are you? Gym coach turned mannequin cadaver? Excellent. Alright. I heard that bit. Oh. Holding X still does the charge attack. Good to know. Alright. Alright. Find gross salary all over Death Inc. Pick it up, it's your currency. Never forget, you love money. I really do. Alright, pick up the cloak form. The hammer off. Heh. Alright. I'm having a bit too much fun killing these things with just that hammer. As is evidenced by the fact that I left myself open to an attack just then. Okay. Oh! Duh. I feel a little bit stupid. Wait a minute, I got through all that without the HP going down, but... Nope, never mind. Consume animal. What's more, you can only carry up to 3 at a time. But if your storage is 4 and you get to... Don't need to worry, they will merge into a golden anima. Alright. since they owe me a coffee. Very well, next time we're going to skip the tutorial. Thank goodness. I agree, tutorials are fun, but only for the first 15 minutes of playtime. That's one of the reasons why I swapped to this after doing those 4 Final Fantasy remake videos. Because I still don't think that we're out of the tutorial area there. In fact, I'm beginning to wonder if that game is in fact a tutorial for Rebirth. That would be fun, honey. There's a note from the dev saying, you have not played the tutorial of the game, namely Final Fantasy Remake. Go back and play it because there will be no cutscenes or hint prompts. Okay, how... All right. But that's all right. That's okay. Hello, skeleton person. Is there an entry in you in the handbook? Quantum Solary. I don't remember that in the pre-access. Patrick. Blind as a bat, someone stole his glasses for a laugh, and poor Patrick unwittingly overcooked his favorite dish at the company restaurant. He remembered to pierce the lid with a fork, but he accidentally heated it in the nuclear reactor? Well, I'm gonna guess that he didn't die alone. Great to the power of... I don't know how to say that. Math was never my shtick. Cousin of Death. Could have taken up a similar career, but she instead to try her luck at the 2098 Extreme Olympic Games before she crashed away, passing away in a dramatic hang gliding javelin throwing competition. And Orville's thinks she's propped up by cybernetic prosthetics that kick in when she starts to flag. Harriet has another explanation. Pure talent. We all have bad days at work, and Death particularly hates it when people take him for an idiot. Adric Belhammer, for example, was one of the mail department's best managers. If a colleague was taking too loudly, rather than simply asking them to quiet down, he jumped straight to headbutting them. Alright. Guessing how that started with if Death hates it when people take it for an idiot, I'm gonna go out on my limb and say that Mr. Bahammer is not with us anymore. His contract has been terminated and his remains have been inhumed. Not what I meant to do, but I'll take it. There it is. Pure heal. Now, if I remember correctly, yeah, that heals up the wound as well as the injury. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Fire arrow? Works for me. Oh, sir, you finally decided to step out of your office. Work at Death Inc. goes on with or without you. I'll spare you my own thoughts on the matter. You know, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be letting a guy under my employ talk to me like that. Incantum! Yeah. All companies have red tape. Some curses come with a penalty. All right. Bleed, poison, stack duration, effects, pierce, withdraw. Mr. Osari, health and inspectors in Safeter. But it's only those rare occasions when his natural cynicism bears witness to the irony of a truly scathing situation. Uh-huh. During his studies at Old Cronwell University, learned to bend. First picked up his pitch book, in which he enters all his arcane creations. Alright. I mean, where else would you keep him? Seriously, I knew a guy who tried to keep his arcane creations in a Microsoft file, lost the flash drive, and when he found it again, it had been magnetized to a fridge and lost all its data, completely corrupted. You gotta remember, this was way back in the day when flash drives were new. And when I say magnetized, I mean they had induced enough magnetic current to make it magnetic and stick it to the fridge. They didn't... Never mind, I'm over-explaining. Very mean thing to do. Well, now, that was nice and easy. Outside of that whole business where I got hit, need to do a bit better. Wrong button. Prestigious Enema Department. No, Anima Department. That's a whole nother thing. Phew. You can tell that I spend too much time. I'm in the deep dark. Alright. Nice and simple. I'm pretty content with how this is turning out. Because I remember playing this back when it was in early access, as I mentioned before. And it's holding up pretty well. I can tell that they've made improvements. And it's nothing too ecstatic. They kept what worked and improved on what didn't. I'm afraid to ask, but what are you doing down here? Yes, how is that fantastic? Both supple and strong. All right. This is definitely new. Because I'd remember if it gives you a force protection. Well, so much for that. All right. All right, we got some solary. I hope we run into a shop soon enough, because it's burning a hole in my pockets. Alright, so long as you just suffer any damage before reaching the elevator. Alright, let's give it a shot. Well, how about that? It worked! And there's the shop I mentioned. Almost as if I knew this game was going to be here because I followed it since... No, I'm talking crazy. Alright, infuse poison, infuse frozen. Yeah, let's do frozen. Alright. Yeah, good day to you too, Claude. Listen, please accept my humble apologies. I didn't know the tutorial procedure had changed. It was degrading for you. Yeah, I know, Quite. It's very good of you to take it in such good humor, though. Well, at least it's nice to know that the boss is aware of his. Brad. I remember him. All right. Mummified Booma face? Oh boy, that is not something you want to say to your boss. Trust me from experience. Alright, let's see you handle that, Brad. You wanna be Chad? Fairly well, actually. Okay, I need to do a better job dodging. Alright, shut up and die, you stone palooka! I am going to kill him. Back to your post! Filter the arrivals! Hurry up! Hashtag gutted. Press the right trigger if you're pissed your boss is back. What am I gonna do? Saying that and posting that while your boss is in the move. Gutsy move, bro. The first weapon upgrades from the control room are almost free. Let's do this one. All right. Break room. Well, this looks like a good chance for me to take a break and stop the video here. I hope you all enjoyed Have a Nice Death, and I will see you all in the next Sam and Max video. Bye!